Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking DJI Mini 2, and is this the best beginner drone for you? Firstly, this is a flymore combo. It'll set you back around £549. There'll be a link in the description below and you can check it out and see if you want to buy one yourself. This is a sub 249 gram drone. It shoots videos up to 4K 30 and photos up to 12 megapixels. Now, this is not the cheapest drone on the market, but for the price you get a lot for your money. So when it arrives, you'll be left with the lovely DJI Mini 2 box, and inside the box you'll get another lovely surprise. It turns out to be a man bag. Everyone loves a man bag. In the man bag, everything is packed away neatly. Dig it out, get rid of all the crap you don't want, and then have a gander. So the bag itself is good quality, very good quality. It's not an hard bag, so it's very soft and flimsy, but when you pack it out it's quite firm. I know on the original Maverick Mini it comes with a hard case, but I do like this a lot better because it's got more compartments and you can faff around, put in your drone where you want, your controller, and you can even have your added extras. Now, I like the bag itself, but I actually don't use this anymore. I've got a rucksack with compartments that I can fit my drone, my ND filters and any other camera gear that I need. Right, let's get a closer look at what you get inside the bag.
The drone itself is foldable and has 4 brushless motors and comes with a gimbal cover and a strap to hold your propellers. The front of the drone features a 3-axis gimbal giving you smooth footage even in windy conditions. The rear of the drone is where the battery compartment is, and also the USB and memory card slot. At the bottom you have the optical floor which helps with landing, and also the power button. Next we have the battery pack, which also comes with 3 lithium batteries with a maximum flight time of 31 minutes depending on how you fly. The battery pack charges up to 3 batteries in sequence and takes up to 4 hours and 15 minutes to charge. You can also use the battery pack for battery storage or as a power bank to charge your mobile device or your remote controller via the USB-A port. Lastly, we have the controller with OcuSync 2.0, which gives you a range of up to 10 kilometers. The build quality is very good and the controller feels just right in your hands, not too big or not too small. It allows you to have control of the drone with ease. On the top we have the wheel which controls the gimbal tilt. Next to that is the phone holder, and it also doubles up as the antenna. Then we have the take photo or video button. Below that is the mode switch, which switches from photo to video. Across to the left is the function button. This sets the gimbal to face downwards or center. It can also be used in conjunction with the wheel above to perform a manual zoom. In the center to the left we have the return to home button, it also doubles as a pause button. Directly in the center we have the mode switch, which controls the speed of your drone, and then finally we have the power button. Press once to see how much power you have left. Press once and then hold to power on your controller. The controller takes 120 minutes to fully charge and is a great upgrade from the original DJI controllers. Alright, so you should be able to see the interface now. So this is the app that the DJI Mini 2 uses, and the other new DJI drones also use this same interface. So if you look to the top left, it'll tell you that I am in flight, and it tells me I am in C mode. C mode is cinematic mode. So basically the flying is slow. It slows it down basically. So you'll see a bit slower there. Flick to normal, we'll get a bit more speed. And then you've also got sport mode. If you flick to sport mode, this is where you get your really fast speed. So we'll flick back to normal mode, and then just below that is a little H button. It's if you click that, it'll tell you can land or you can return to home, but you can do that manually on your remote as well. At the bottom of that you've got the maps. If you click that, it'll enlarge it, and if you click it again, it'll bring up a full screen and it'll show you the route you've done, and obviously where the drone is corresponding to where you are and your home point. The little red line is basically the straightest distance you can go to yourself, and obviously the blue line is the route I have taken to get to where I am now. To get off that, click back on the screen, and then in the bottom right hand corner of the map you'll see a little compass. You click that, it'll bring up the compass then, and this is just basically so you can guide yourself back. So now it shows you which way you're facing, or which way your drone's facing, and I can use that then to fly back to the home point myself. So we'll click that again, we'll minimize that. So now that's minimized. Next to that you've got your height and your distance of how far it is away from you. You can set the height, the maximum height altitude in your app itself. Next to that, on the right hand side is your storage. It tells me I have got 1 hour and 18 minutes left and 10 seconds. Next to that is 4K 30, so that's your resolution and your FPS. If you click that, it'll bring up another little screen, and it'll show you 4K up to 30, 2.7K up to 60, 1080p up to 60 as well. You just basically scroll across to whatever you want. And next to that you've got your EV, which is your exposure value. If you click that, you can increase it and decrease it depending on how bright and dark it is. But I'm in auto mode, so DJI does a pretty good job with getting it right, to be honest. Next to that is auto mode, is what I'm in at the moment. If you click that, it turns to pro mode, and as you can see, the screen is just blown out now. It's very white. Pro mode is if you have ND filters. And above that, if you click that, it'll bring up another menu. Basically, it'll show you all the videos you've made. You can scroll through them, have a look at them if you want, or delete them. Go back off that, and then above that, the big red button is your record button. Next to that is your zoom. With 2.7K, you have 2x zoom and 3x zoom. Go back to 1x zoom. In 1080p, you've got up to 4x zoom. And then in 4K, you actually only have up to 2x zoom. That's all you get with that. You can manually zoom like that. So obviously, if you click it and keep hold of it, you can use that to zoom in and out yourself. Tap off that. Above that, this is where all your quick shots and your panorama and all that are. So if you click that, it'll show you there. I'm in video mode at the moment. You can click into photo mode and it'll tell you you can use single, AEB or timed shot. And then underneath the video you've got your quick shots. So you've got droney, rocket, circle, helix and boomerang. Obviously if you click each one of them, it'll show you a little video at the side to show you what it does. And then below you've got your pano, so you've got sphere, 180 and wide angle. This does not have master shots, which to be honest you don't really need. It is good to have it, but you probably use it about four or 5 times, and then you get bored of it and you just carry on doing your own thing then. So we'll go back into video mode. In the top right hand corner you have your settings. The 3 dots is your settings. So you've got your safety, your control, your camera, your transmission, and then obviously about your drone itself, your serial numbers and whatnot. On safety you've got your max altitude. So I've got mine set to 500. I don't have a clue why I've got it set to that. You've got your max distance, which is I've got it set to 2000. You can have it at no limit if you want, but I don't want it to. I'll give it a limit. I'll put it back to 2000 or around that area. Your auto return to home altitude. Now this, you want to make sure it's above anything that you're flying around. So above any houses, any trees. It's always good to have it as high as possible. And then you can also update your home point. So if you're walking around and you're away from your home point, you can click that button and it'll update your home point. You've got your sensors, which is your compass calibration and your IMU calibration. And you've got your unlock geo, aeroscope, find my drone, battery info and advanced settings. Then on the next one you've got controls, so you've got your units, your LED, so mine's breathing at the moment, and you can change your LED colours. You've got your gimbal, so you've got follow mode or FPV mode. And you've got your gimbal mode, you've got follow mode and FPV mode. FPV mode is basically flying an FPV drone. Obviously it's not as good because you don't have the goggles, but obviously you can see the FPV, it tilts as it turns on your screen. You've got allow upward gimbal rotation. So I've got that set to on, so you can actually go higher than your gimbal's set to a set point. You can actually go above that point now if you click that. You've got your advanced gimbal settings. This is basically your speeds, so you can change the speed of your normal mode, sport mode, and your I don't want to do that and your cinematic mode. So you can have it set to whatever you're comfortable with, but I'm quite happy with what it is at the moment. And you've got your gimbal calibration, and then you've got stick mode, button customization, so you can actually set the button which is yellow. I've got mine as the exposure value lock and unlock. Then you've got your RC calibration and your flight tutorial. Next to that you've got your camera, video settings, histogram, overexposure warning. I've not actually got that on. Your auto sync your HD photos, that's just directly sync it to your phone as you're recording. Once you've finished it'll save it to your phone. Then you've got your grid lines. These basically just help you set up your shot so you can have everything perfect. You can line stuff up and it works like that basically. So you can have that shot in the center, i.e. if you're taking pictures or you are doing a quick shot, you can use that for. Go back to settings, we'll turn that one off, and that one, we'll leave the X on. Then you've got your white balance. You can set that on the actual screen itself. You can format your storage card, so your SD card, you can actually format it from here. And then you've got your max video capacity. Then next to that you've got your transmission, so it tells you if you've got any interference. I did have a part where I had interference. That was when the drone was in my van turned on. So obviously it's a metal tin, so it didn't get very good reception. And then obviously next to that you have a bout. So we'll go off that now. Next to that on your left it shows you a little satellite, and that's how many satellites you have at the moment. So I've got 24 satellites. And then next to that you've got your RC, so that's your RC signal. And then next to that, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but there you go. So 6, well, until forced landing. So it'll tell you exactly. So you've got 10 minutes before it does a forced landing. You've got 12 minutes until your battery is depleted. I didn't know this. I've literally just found this out now. And you've got 6 minutes until it's going to return to home. Next to that obviously is your battery percentage, which is on 46. So that was just a quick look at the app. To tell you the truth, you can't go wrong if you decide to buy this drone. Not only do you get out of most of the restrictions as it's under 250 grams, for the price you're getting a 4K free access gimbal drone that can give you amazing footage and photos. You can even make money using this drone, it's that good. So is it the best beginner drone for you? Yeah, I think it is. Not only has it got all the safety features, if you lose signal while you're out flying, as long as you don't mess with the controller and have the settings set to return to home, when the signal is lost you'll never lose it. Also, this is a very easy to fly drone. Anyone could literally fly this drone. Don't get me wrong, there's other cheaper drones on the market, but they don't come close to the DJI Mini 2. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description below. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe, as there will be more videos to come. I'll see you on the next one.